From Kashmir to Kanyakumari, India is a spellbinding mosaic of culture, tradition, languages, and an extraordinary mingling civilization. Keeping its age-old culture maintained, today the country is taking huge strides in the path of development. Hello, I'm your host Uzma Jafri, and today in our episode of My India, we bring you some of the stories that will give you a glimpse of our country's diversity. Let's begin the show with the famous Rath Yatra, or the Chariot Festival, which is underway in different parts of the country. Dedicated to Lord Jagannath, his sister Subhadra and brother Balbhadra, the procession is one of the biggest and widely celebrated occasions in India. Though it is celebrated with same fanfare in different parts of the country, but the one held at Puri in Odisha is just beyond comparison. Have a look.
It made for an incredible sight when lakhs of devotees in all vigour and spirit pulled the ropes of the three beautifully decorated chariots on the Grand Trunk Road at Puri. These structures, resembling like temples, carries the three main deities, Lord Jagannath, accompanied by the Sudarshan Chakra, his elder brother Balbhadra and sister Subhadra in them. According to religious beliefs, Lord Jagannath is taken out on a chariot and taken to the famous Gundicha Mata temple, where the Lord rests for 7 days. After this, the return journey of Lord Jagannath begins. Dressed in shades of yellow and red, devotees dance their way around the streets of Puri to commemorate the festival. Devotees consider the pulling of the chariots with ropes a pious deed.
2 साल के बाद हम सबको मौका मिल रहा है रथ खींचने के लिए और बहुत ही खुशी का माहौल आप देख रहे हैं। इतना भीड़ है यहाँ पर और आज तीनों भगवान अपने मौसी के घर जाएंगे और इसके लिए हम बहुत खुश हैं। जय जगन्नाथ।
संपूर्ण पृथ्वी पर भगवान जगन्नाथ ही ऐसे देवता हैं जो संपूर्ण जीव जगत को कृतार्थ करने के लिए श्री मंदिर से चलकर सबको दर्शन दे करके सबको अपनी पतित पावनी दृष्टि से धन्य बनाते हुए श्री गुंडीचा पधारते हैं।
While the festival is being celebrated in Puri city of Odisha from hundreds of years, local residents and organizations have started organizing the event in a bigger way. In West Bengal's Kolkata city, the Rath Yatra was carried out by ISKCON, that is, International Society for Krishna Consciousness. A prototype of Puri chariot and idol left the temple premises from Albert Road to wind around the city until it reached the Brigade Parade Ground, where it stands for the next 7 days. Adding to the festivities, a mesmerizing dance performance in praise of Lord Jagannath was performed by dancers. Similar scenes in India's capital city, New Delhi, where another grand Rath Yatra was carried out in the Hauj Khas area of the city.
जगन्नाथ जो है जगत का नाथ है। लोग बाग कहते हैं कि हमारा उड़ीसा का नहीं है। हाँ, उड़ीसा में है, लेकिन ये जगत का नाथ है। जगत मीन्स पूरा विश्व, तो सभी का वो नाथ है। तो इसलिए जगन्नाथ जी जो मंदिर में एक वो परंपरा के हिसाब से कुछ लोग जा नहीं पाते, तो जगन्नाथ जी आज के दिन तिथि के अनुसार वो मौसी के यहाँ जाते हैं। तो मौसी का वो एक बहाना है। तो जगन्नाथ बोलते हैं कि वो मेरा सारा भक्त है, पूरा विश्व मेरा भक्त है। तो इसलिए मैं वो बड़ा दंड पे इसलिए निकलते हैं कि वो सबको दर्शन, किसी भी उसका हो तो वो सबको दर्शन दे सके। तो इसीलिए इसकी ये जो परंपरा चली आ रही है, जो जगन्नाथ जी की पुरी में तो होता ही है और यहाँ पे 44 साल से हो ही जा रहा है।
In Amritsar city of Punjab, priests offered a spread of edible delicacies to idols of Lord Jagannath and celebrated the festival with chants like Jai Jagannath. Devotees gathered at the Jagannath temple before commencement of the yatra and sang hymns and praises in praise of the deity.
ये जगन्नाथ भगवान यहाँ पे तैयार हो चुके हैं। भगवान को 56 भोग लग चुका है। अब ये भगवान यहाँ पे रथ पे विराजमान होंगे और ये रथ यात्रा नमक मंडी, ये लक्ष्मण सर चौक, मौनी चौक होते हुए फिर से रथ यात्रा यहाँ पे आएगी, बहुत सारे रास्तों में घूमते हुए। तो आज जगन्नाथ रथ यात्रा का जो जगन्नाथपुरी में आयोजन किया हुआ है, उसके आयोजन के अनुसार हम अमृतसर में हर साल निकालते हैं और इस साल भी उसी उपलक्ष्य में जगन्नाथ भगवान अभी 15 दिन के बाद सारे भक्तों को दर्शन दिए हैं।
It's been said that a glimpse of Lord Jagannath is considered very auspicious, and saints, poets and scriptures have repeatedly glorified the sanctity of the festival. It is believed that the chariot festival is observed across the country to unite people and foster peace and harmony in the world.
Citizens of Jammu and Kashmir are known for their hospitality and sense of togetherness. Be it the festival of Kheer Bhavani or Urs of a Sufi saint, it is quite common to see people of different religious communities actively participating in each other's events. The Amarnath Yatra serves as a similar exemplar of religious harmony, as the pilgrimage undertaken by one community is facilitated by members of another. Take a look.
Unity in diversity in India has remained a matter of pride for its citizens for hundreds of years. The annual Amarnath Yatra in Jammu and Kashmir has stood as an example of brotherhood amongst different communities in the territory. The annual Amarnath Yatra in Jammu and Kashmir has stood as an example of brotherhood amongst different communities in the territory. Local Muslims have always played a major role in making the Yatra a success by facilitating their Hindu brethren in a number of different ways. A show of religious harmony was recently seen in Jammu city, where Amarnath Yatris were welcomed by Muslims on their way to the shrine.
हम भी मुस्लिम भाइयों की इस तरह जो आगे बढ़ के हमारा स्वागत किया गया है, और हम चाहते हैं कि इस देश की खूबसूरती बनी रहे। देखो, भाईचारा से देश आगे बढ़ता रहे और हमें बाबा के दर्शन हो। जैसे ही हम जम्मू में घुसे हैं, इतना अच्छे पीछे भी हमने भंडारा लंगर का लिया, प्रसाद लिया है। अभी भी हम देख रहे हैं यहाँ पे किस तरह हमें मुस्लिम भाइयों ने हमें प्रसाद का वो किया, हमारा वेलकम किया है, स्वागत किया है, और हमें दिल से बहुत खुशी हो रही है।
Kashmiri Muslims appear to be present among those who provide necessary facilities to Hindu devotees travelling through foot horses, palanquin to Amarnath cave and others as well. All the citizens of different religious communities associated with the Amarnath Yatra put up a show of communal harmony in the region. These local Muslims are firmly connected to the Amarnath shrine, and it is quite common to see people of different communities collectively welcoming Amarnath Yatris at different stops and places in Kashmir.
हर साल कोशिश करते हैं कि अपने हिंदू भाइयों का अच्छे से वेलकम करें, ताकि वो एक अच्छा पैगाम, एक भाईचारे का पैगाम जो है वो पूरी हिंदुस्तान के अंदर दिखाएं, पूरी दुनिया को दिखाएं। जम्मू कश्मीर एक भाईचारे की मिसाल है और यहाँ पे हिंदू, मुस्लिम, सिख, ईसाई सब लोग मिलजुल के रह रहे हैं।
History testifies that people of different communities in Jammu and Kashmir have always participated in each other's festivals. The Yatra has always been a unique pilgrimage performed by people of one faith and facilitated by citizens of another faith.
Now, a roundup of some of the major stories that made news recently.
India's showbiz capital of Mumbai saw a star-studding evening as celebrities from Bollywood movies and television shows alike walked the red carpet at the Star Eminence Awards. While Indian actress Gauhar Khan received the award for the Best Actress OTT, actor Karanveer Sharma bagged the Best Actor OTT award.
I think it is the Best Actress on OTT, and काफ़ी सारे OTT projects आ रहे हैं. I don't know which one particular, but I think they've given it for overall जितना मेरा काम आ रहा है उसके लिए.
Indian actor Gaurav S. Bajaj was given the Best Avatar for his role as Zorawar in the television series Chhoti Sardarni. The Star Eminence Award is the first edition of the award show hosted by Star Plus, which is an entertainment-oriented television channel by Disney Star. India's northeastern Assam state saw a mass wedding as at least 25 couples exchanged wedding vows. Dressed up in traditional Indian attires, couples performed rituals in front of fire and circumambulated together as they got married as per Hindu tradition in presence of their family members. The event was organized by Dharam Jagran Samane Vivah Committee to help the people who cannot afford wedding ceremonies.
हमारे आसपास के गरीब समाज के लोग जो शादी तो कर लेते हैं पर ये विधान जो है वाणीगढ़ संस्कार है वो कर नहीं पाते हैं। उनको ये विधान करवाने हेतु धर्म जागरण असम धर्म जागरण समन्वय विभाग के प्रयास से ये कार्यक्रम हो रहा है।
Mass weddings are very popular, especially among the economically backward sections of the Indian society, as these reduce the worries of financial implication among the parents or guardians of the brides.
The Jagannath Rath Yatra was celebrated in different cities of India with great religious fervour and zeal. People of different ethnicities not only welcomed the Yatra but also participated in its organization and celebration. A recent example of different communities participating in the Yatra festivities was seen in Ahmedabad city of Gujarat, where Hindus and Muslims collectively celebrated the event. Take a look.
India has always been a land of religious diversity and harmonious coexistence. It is quite common to see people of different religious communities actively participating in each other's festivals and giving out a loud message of brotherhood. Recently, when the entire country was soaked in the festivities of Lord Jagannath's Rath Yatra, a show of communal harmony was seen in Ahmedabad city of Gujarat, where people, irrespective of their religion, collectively took out the Yatra. For the last 145 years, Muslim leaders of Ahmedabad have been presenting a chariot to the Mahant, the chief priest. On the eve of the Yatra, and as a symbol of goodwill, the Mahant sponsor for Tazia processions.
हम लोग अहमदाबाद शहर में और पूरे देश में एक संदेश जाए कौमी एकता का ये प्रयत्न करते रहे हैं और 145 साल से ये सिलसिला चल रहा है कि जब से रथ यात्रा चालू हुई तब से हमारी ये बनने की मस्जिद में महाराज श्री दान देते हैं और हमारे पूर्वज इसका स्वागत करते थे। वो सिलसिला हमने भी अपना लिया है। ये एक शांति का प्रतीक है। ये हम हलाके और अहमदाबाद शहर और देश को ये कहना चाहते हैं कि इस देश के अंदर गंगा जमुना तहजीब रहे और बरसों से जिस तरह से हम अखलाक मोहब्बत से रहते हैं इसी तरह से रहें और इस देश की तरक्की हो और दुनिया में हिंदुस्तान का नाम और ऊंचा हो।
A large number of Muslims from Daryapur and Shahpur areas of the city not only welcomed the procession but joined the celebrations as well. Citizens waved white flags and held placards to symbolize peace and love for one another. They also set white pigeons free, which are a symbol of peace and harmony. Muslim women too came out on the roads to participate in the yatra.
शांति और अमन से हमेशा इसका स्वागत होता है और हम लोग सब मेहनत करते थे आज तक, मगर अंदर बैठ के हम लोग प्रार्थना करते थे, बहनें दुआएं करती थी। तो हम लोग ये बताना चाहते हैं कि हम हिंदू मुस्लिम हम सब एक ही हैं और हम हमेशा मिल के साथ में रहते हैं। इसलिए हमारी समाज की महिलाएं ज़्यादा बाहर नहीं आती हैं, मगर इस बार सारी महिलाएं बाहर आई हैं भगवान के स्वागत के लिए, रथ यात्रा के स्वागत के लिए। और जो यहाँ पर दरियापुर में होता है वो हमेशा पूरे गुजरात में मैसेज जाता है।
As people from all sections of the society participate in this yatra, the event is also known as Nagar Utsav by locals. The citizens of Ahmedabad are proud of their cultural heritage and spirit of brotherhood that prevails all over the city.
After a 2-year pandemic break, the real estate sector is picking up pace owing to a better business environment and a robust sales activity, which is expected to rise higher than the previous year. Take a look.
The COVID-19 pandemic severely affected the global economy for 2 years. With the coronavirus pandemic slowing down, The economy is showing signs of recovery, with a boom in sectors such as real estate. The overall sentiment in the real estate sector has improved, owing to a better business environment backed by high vaccination coverage, robust residential sales activity, and greater office leasing momentum. Currently, the sector is witnessing an upward trend. In the residential segment, the real estate sector is set to experience 5% capital value growth in 2022. In the office space segment, it is expected to rise 15 to 20% higher than the previous year. The players in the real estate sector believe the momentum is expected to continue into the future.
As economy is growing, so 100% people will go for their own house, second house, even bigger house. So this is going to be big way in coming 20-30 years till we are a developed country. We are in a stage of developing country right now. So till we develop, we are going to reach that developed status. This real estate demand nobody can stop.
The real estate sector is rapidly growing throughout India, extending beyond the major metropolises. Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities are now experiencing a real estate boom as well. The saturation of the real estate market in India's largest cities and the growing economic importance of towns are the primary reason for this growth despite the pandemic. With 45% of total startups in India being located in Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities, there is not only an increased demand for commercial property, but for residential properties as well. The government, too, is laying its full support by hosting summits and exhibitions to encourage people from across India to invest in real estate properties in non-metropolitan areas. Jammu, for example, recently hosted a real estate summit where many contracts and agreements were signed, half of them on the construction of residential homes.
मेन थिंग क्या है कि पूरे देश अभी कंपटीशन में है. हर स्टेट हमें बुला रहे. ये नहीं है कि JNK सिर्फ बुला रहे. पूरे देश में हमने कर्नाटका में किया है, यूपी में किया है, आंध्र प्रदेश में किया है, वेस्ट बंगाल में कॉन्फ्रेंसेस किए हैं. तो हर स्टेट हमें बुला रही है और इससे एक मल्टीप्लायर इफेक्ट चाहना चाहते हैं कि रियल एस्टेट का कैसे प्रगति उन्नति ज़्यादा हो.
Niti Aayog, the apex public policy think tank of the Government of India, expects that the country's real estate sector will reach a market size of $1 trillion USD by 2030 and will contribute 13% to the country's GDP by 2025. Already the third largest sector to bring about economic growth, the real estate industry in India is expected to continue its upward trajectory in the coming years.
And in the end, we bring you a few short stories about the recent developments and happenings from around the world in our section of World in Focus.
In the recent Sanrio Character Ranking 2022, the number 1 position was given to Cinemo Roll. With more than 60 years of experience, Sanrio has created many popular characters like Hello Kitty, Cinemo Roll, Pom Pom Purin, Kuromi and so on. President of Sanrio, Mr. Tomokuni Suji, explains the company policy and character breeding as well.
我々がやってるビジネスでソーシャルコミュニケーションビジネス、やっぱり人と人とをつなぐであったりとか、やっぱりコミュニケーションをつなぐであったりとかっていうところが我々がやってきたビジネスなんですね。で、キャラクターっていうのは思いの代弁者、いわゆるありがとうって素直に言えなくても、例えばこのキティちゃんをあげたことによって感謝の気持ちを伝えるであったりとか、そういった気持ちの代弁者という意味合いも込められていたんですね。そういった企業理念に基づいてですね、我々がやるべきことというのがやっぱり人と人とをつないでいく、それも単純につなぐだけじゃなくて笑顔でつないでいくっていうところで、ワンワールドコネクティングスマイルズといったいわゆる笑顔をつないで世界を平和にしていこうというそういった企業ビジョンをですね、新たに打ち立てさせていただいてゴールとしてやらせていただいております。
Sanrio is taking its character creation to the next level. The firm is targeting education field and digital entertainment with a motive to bring smiles on all faces over the world. Bangladesh's success story continues to be written with the formal inauguration of 3.8-mile-long railroad bridge on the Padma River. This is the country's biggest infrastructure project since its independence from Pakistan. For the country's Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, who opened the bridge, the inaugural ceremony was a moment of great pride and vindication of her decisive leadership. The bridge will give Bangladesh's economy a big boost and connect its crucial trading partner India directly to Dhaka. Both India and Bangladesh are committed to a continued collaboration in strengthening economic ties and improving people-to-people relationships. Cute animals and animated characters have always been and are popular in Japan for the last 40 years, especially amongst youngsters. The Japan Character Awards were recently organized in June, in which a number of companies participated. Companies shared their knowledge and upcoming strategies. The winning character this time was Chikawa.
今後ですね、様々な、タイアップや、キャンペーン、プロモーション、売り場のポップアップなどですね、たくさんの、企画をご用意しておりますので、今後の、ちいかわの活躍に、ぜひご期待いただきたい。同時にこのちいかわをですね、日本を代表する、キャラクターに育てられるようにですね、頑張っていきたいと思いますので、応援よろしくお願いいたします。
Japanese character business is developing business to create many more characters that are making fans worldwide. After a 2-year hiatus brought on by COVID-19, the Palestine International Festival for Dance and Music returns to sold-out crowds eager to watch live performances again. Featuring an array of regional and local artists, the festival is expected to tour various locations in the West Bank and Gaza Strip.
يعني انقطاعه عاميا هو أكيد أثر علينا، بس ولكن أصرينا رغم الظروف السياسية أصرينا إنه نعود بالمهرجان هذا العام، وإحنا تميز إنه إحنا يعني مستضيفين فرق مختلفة واللي الناس بتستناها. يعني منذ الآن نفذت تذاكر بعض الليالي.
The festival, also known as the PIF, was first held in 1993 with the goal of connecting Palestinian audiences with regional and international artists. It has proven to be a popular event, attracting around 15,000 audience members annually, according to their website.
That's all we have for you this week. Your comments and suggestions are important to us. Do give us your feedback at myindia@anin.com. I'm your host Uzma, and it's goodbye from the entire production team.